Hi everyone, this is Smriti. Welcome to QA automation classes. So in the last session we have seen the usage of the explicit wait, right? And we came to know that explicit wait is useful when we want to give the specific different specific wait conditions for the different elements, right? It is not associated with the entire driver instance, and for the specific web element we can give the specific wait conditions and wait duration, right? And but the issue with the implicit wait and explicit wait is like they keep on pulling the DOM every time, right? Within that waiting time they keep on pulling the DOM multiple time, right? So it basically adds the lot of overhead from the WebDriver to the there is a lot of calls, right? DOM pulling calls from the WebDriver to the your DOM, right? So that can be avoided. Okay, so that can be avoided with the help of the Fluent Wait. So we'll see what exactly is the Fluent Wait. Okay, so this issue, right, this issue can be addressed with the Fluent Wait, where the user can specify how frequently driver should poll the DOM for the specified timeout value, and option to ignore which type of exception for the specified time. Okay, so let's go and see that Fluent Wait. Okay, Fluent Wait, Selenium API, Java. So Selenium dev. Okay, here. Right. So now if you see the class Fluent Wait is there. Okay, so now here all implemented interfaces wait interface. Okay, so public class Fluent Wait extends object class and implements the wait. Okay, so now how would you do that? So this is a interface, right? So you say wait interface of the WebDriver, you give the wait equals to new Fluent Wait. So Fluent Wait is a class. Okay, so you are creating the object of the Fluent Wait, and what you need to pass, you need to pass the driver instance there, right, which is of type WebDriver. Okay, and then there are three conditions you can specify, right, with timeout. Okay, so you can say how much timeout you are going to give. So earlier we have given, right, 10 seconds, so you can give the timeout of 10 seconds, 20 seconds. Here they have given 30 seconds. Okay, and then dot polling every, like how frequently you want WebDriver to poll the DOM, right? So that is they have given 5. Okay, so that means if it is going to wait for 30 seconds and each 5 seconds it is going to poll the DOM, so within that 30 seconds of the waiting time it might poll the DOM 6 times, right? And within that, right, for each of the time when it polls, it should ignore what it will ignore, no such element exception, because the first 5 second, the after 0 to 5 second it started polling once. Okay, so that time the element is not available, so we're saying no such element exception, you just ignore. Okay, then again wait, again 5 second gone, and then you pull one more time. Okay, just see if the web element is available. It's not available, then ignore this exception, because each time it is going to pull the DOM and it is not finding that web element, it is going to generate that exception, right? We are saying just keep ignoring that exception until that 30 seconds of the time. Even after that 30 seconds of the time, if it is not found, then you generate that exception, right? So there are three things. We have to go with the wait interface, and we have to create the object of the new Fluent Wait, like Fluent Wait class, and then there are three conditions we have to give with timeout and polling every, how much duration, polling duration, and what we are trying to ignore. Okay, which exception. Okay, so let's go to IntelliJ and create another class, copy, paste, and here implicit, explicit, and we'll go with the Fluent Wait. Okay, so Fluent Wait. So now get rid of this one. Okay, we don't want. So what we're going to do, so we're going to, okay, okay, fine. So now let's do one thing. So let's say wait. Okay, so wait interface, Okay, so now wait interface of the WebDriver. Okay, so let's say WebDriver and give the wait equals to new Fluent Wait. Okay, and in the Fluent Wait, what we are going to pass? We are going to pass the WebDriver type. Sorry, WebDriver, and here we are going to pass the driver instance. Okay, driver. Okay, then dot. Okay, so here we have the three conditions. Okay, so you'll say with timeout, right? So with what happened? Okay, driver dot with timeout. Okay, so with timeout, what you are going to say? I'm going to say with timeout duration of second something, I'll say 10 seconds. Okay, dot duration of seconds. Okay, so duration of seconds, I'll say 20L. So 20 seconds it is going to wait. After the 20 seconds it is going to dot, and you are going to polling every. Okay, so what is the polling interval? So I'll say here duration of seconds, here I'll say every 5 seconds. Let's say every 5 seconds. Okay, you poll. Okay, and polling every 5 seconds, and then you have to ignore some conditions, right? So dot ignoring. Okay, ignoring. So what it is going to ignore? So ignoring no such element exception, right? We are going to ignore that exception. Okay, no such element exception. Okay, so now no such element exception. Okay, dot class, just to mention the class name, dot class. Okay, so now we are going to ignore this no such element exception class. Okay, so now say wait dot until. Okay, so wait dot until expected conditions dot element to be clickable. The same thing we can copy from here. Expected condition element to be clickable. Okay, input box, and again we need to define that one actually. Okay, okay, input box we need to define. So let's take this one. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So okay, so I think that should be okay now. Okay, so now let's try to run and see if it is working. Okay, let's run this one first. Wait.main. Okay, navigate it to the URL, open the URL, maximizing it, click on enable, waiting for it. So now it has entered the queue automation classes into the text box. Okay, so how beautifully it has done that. Okay, so basically what we did here, it's a cleaner version of the code where you are saying just create the object for the wait interface, and then a reference for the wait interface, and then create the Fluent Wait. Okay, and here you can say with timeout and polling every and ignoring which exception. Okay, and then go and find that web element, and then wait until expected condition element to be clickable, this input box. Okay, up to this time you have to wait, and after it become available, it is going to send keys. Okay, so that's all to this session. If you guys are really enjoying this session, I'll request you to subscribe to my channel Q Automation Classes, and if you guys have any questions, then just put them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you everyone. Bye.